All right, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Louis I Fear. A while ago, I tried to do this video where I try to equate Conor McGregor as the ideal man. And I failed miserably. I think I kept that video around specifically because, my nephew looked kind of cute in it. And, a little punch in the shoulder that he is. I wanted to keep it around. But here's what I wanted to say. There's two kinds of hardcore masculinity. The first being that you could take what's in your mind and you make it into the material world. If you say you're going to whoop someone's ass, you whoop someone's ass. If you say that you're going to build a beautiful sculpture, you do that. You say that you're going to drive around in a fancy sports car, you do that. And society rewards you for that. Society rewards men that gives birth to their masculine identity, and they treat everyone else like they're stillborn. So masculinity is always going to be intrinsically linked with your ability to give birth to your value as a man. My mistake was that I only attributed it to how Conor McGregor talks smack and he backs it up. I should have attributed it to not only art, but math and science. And basically, men seek to take the metaphysical world and bring it out into the real world. And, well, women like that about men. Women like that says, look, I'm going to get this promotion. I hope you're there with me. Women like the fact that we could turn our material desires into, our metaphysical desires into material currency, which is why women like money, which is also why men do things and women judge them on what they do. When you don't do anything, you're a fucking stillborn ass, mangina ass punk, and you need to be honest with that fact. This is also why the manosphere is so enamored with Ayn Rand, because she wants men to bring their intellectual into the objective world. That is what she is grading us on. And when I said that all women are Ayn Rand, I was not joking. I treat every woman in my life as if she is Alicia Rosenbaum, aka Ayn Rand, because I actually show them the hero that I could be. And if it's my sister, it's my sister. If it's my mother, it's my mother. If it's my girlfriend, my girlfriend. I know their values, and I make their values manifest into the real world. Think about that. That is what the world asks from you. Now, whether or not that there's a reward structure that is conducive to males competing in such an environment is another subject. Also, there is another kind of manhood, along with the manhood that tells you that you have to bring what's in your brain into reality, whether it's fighting, fucking, or financing shit, or creating art and math and science. There's also another masculinity that is more problematic, that is more, it's basically the rocks that we smash ourselves upon. And that is the masculinity that tells you that you can't do something. The masculinity that tells you that you are not entitled to be vulnerable. The masculinity that tells you that you are not entitled to be weak. That the masculinity that entitles that you do not see other men as your heroes, that you are homophobic. Basically, there's the positive value structure of manhood, giving birth to your identity. And then there's the negative value structure of manhood, in which case you put a lot of barriers around yourself. Homophobia, vulnerability-ophobia. I still haven't found a better word for it yet. And the more you itemize what those words mean to you. Are you a homophobe? Probably so. I'm a homophobe. I'm like, fuck it. Every time I make a video, I feel the need to say no homo. Vulnerability-wise, that men are not allowed to be weak, ask for help, dabble around in a state of perpetual helplessness, see women as heroes. That's what we're dealing with, I don't know. And here's where I have to play devil's advocate. Here's where I have to play devil's advocate. What the feminists say is that their masculinity is unsustainable because as soon as you let go of the negative value structure that says that you can't cry, you can't show your emotions, you can't feel this, you can't feel that, you can't wear this, you can't wear that. As soon as you let that go, hypothetically, you're not a man anymore. You know, like a man's not supposed to be fucked in the ass. No homo. A man's not supposed to be operatic about his love of another man. A man is not supposed to be weak. And the problem with that is that the more we embrace that kind of thinking, the more we commit suicide, the more we shoot, the more that we do a lot of things that the feminists call us out on, and the more that we fucking we shame each other on, you know? I'm at a weird intersection. Gentlemen, I'm at a weird intersection because I see this happening with black men above all else. Black men need feminism. Black men need to be not... This is my solution to the whole situation. Okay, there's positive manhood that is making your dreams come true. There's negative manhood that is confining yourself into the masculine bubble of no emotions, no crying, no faggot fuckery, no frailty. So... the way I look at it, it is a road. Masculinity is a journey. Masculinity is a trip towards moral righteousness, in which case you're not allowed to ask for help. You're not allowed to pretend to be weak. You're not allowed to be a pussy. You're not allowed to be a faggot. Well, the moment that you start to be weak, you're not a man anymore, all right? Yeah, that's right. You're not a man anymore when you're weak. You are a complete fucking human being, which is one of the slogans that I kind of adopted. I don't want to smash the patriarchy. I'm not a feminist. I want to refine the patriarchy to recognize that men can be vulnerable and, that we should refine masculinity for the more prosperous now. Think about it, gentlemen. You're held in one way. Like, I don't believe in masculinities. I don't believe in the whole concept of there are different kind of masculinities where you're a loving father. No, there is really only one masculinity, and that is that narrow path where you don't lose fights, that you don't cry over no bitch, that you're not frail, you're not vulnerable. And the moment that you stop walking that path, you lose your masculinity and you become a complete human being. Conor McGregor, I don't think he's going to beat Rafael dos Anjos, because dos Anjos, he's got that jumping Muay Thai style, that knee into the middle, and Rafael is going to get at Conor McGregor's rib section, and that's going to be an ugly fight. And he's going to lose, and we're not going to see him as the masculine man he always is. We're going to see him as a complete human being. But then there's also going to be those men who want to shit on him. They're going to shit on him because he lost a fight, as if men don't lose fights, right? Men don't lose fights, right? Men don't get their hearts broken. Men aren't vulnerable. Men aren't weak. No. Who the fuck are men? And that's why feminists got us by the short and curlies. Because as soon as you start believing that a man is vulnerable, as soon as that you believe a man could take a L, as soon as you believe that a man could fall down and stand tall and come back for more, you understand that men are complete human beings who are entitled to every fucking thought that goes through their brains. And the belief that we're not entitled to them is why we shoot shit up, why we don't address our depression, why we attack each other. You know? Black men, we need some kind of feminism. We need some kind of complete personhood. You know that, right? I mean, and white men, they kind of idolize us because we're ready to die for bullshit, for sneakers and robbery. But God damn it, why do we gotta die to live? You know, why is masculine identity predicated on ending your life rather than than living the ultimate truth of your existence? That existence is finite, that it is valuable, and that we need to embrace every aspect of existence, even the shitty part. Why do men just fight and run instead of coping and dealing with everything that comes our way? You know, you are a man. You're entitled to every emotion that's in your mind. MGTOW is funny in the sense that it's an escapist. It's an escapism, but who knows? Maybe it's why I make MGTOW videos, because I can't say any of this shit on my black channels or my nerd channels. If I reach anybody out there, please hit me up in the comments section. You know, here's what I'm saying. There's 3 kinds of manhood. There's positive manhood, you make your dreams come true. Negative manhood, where you confine yourself to the box of not being able to fight, to feel, to lose, to hurt. And then there's the other kind of manhood, which is just complete recognizing that you're a complete human being. If you have anything to say about that, hit me up in the comment section. It's your boy Louis Cypher, the Devil's Advocate. Sorry I have to take it to the feminist atmosphere, but you know, hey, I'm the devil. Love me for who I am.